There we go. Good morning, well, good afternoon. Gosh, it feels like morning. Uh, these matinee games mess with me, but thanks for joining us, hockey fans of all ages, party people in the place to be. I'm Dave Valente. Thank you for joining us on the Scabbard. Yeah, it's like one step forward, 13 steps back, one step forward, one step back. I mean, it's just this team is so frustrating to watch. Um, for people in Buffalo, it's kind of like thank God for the Bills and the Bandits, because if the Bills, hey, what's going on? How you doing? STRG Live. Thank you for joining us today. Uh, you know, thank God for the Bills. Thank God for the Bandits because if the Bills get eliminated, and we'll still have the Bandits going for the rest of their season, but the spotlight falls directly on the Sabres and what has gone on in this team for the last 13 now almost 14 seasons that this epic of failure for this franchise. And this last game was just it was frustrating to watch because the Sabres were getting chances, they just didn't cash in on any of them. They had 42 shots on goal. Penguins only had 19. UPL did not have a great game, but it felt like every time the Sabres gave up a penalty, the Penguins cashed on the power play. 3 of 4 for the Penguins, so 75% on the power play is not good, for Buffalo. That is not a recipe for winning. And, the Sabres had no answer on the penalty kill. They had no answer offensively. They could not break through Alex Nedeljkovic, and then Nedeljkovic has 2 points on the night, with a goal and an assist, becoming the first goalie in NHL history to do that, getting a goal and assist in the same game. He's also the first goalie to score in the ECHL, the AHL, and the NHL, so it's not like it's rare form for Alex Nedeljkovic to score, but still, it's embarrassing when you let a goalie score on you. But it's just it's on brand for this franchise right now that if stupid stuff can happen, it's going to get really, really fucking stupid. And again, it's frustrating. UPL did not have a great game, and it's revealed that he's injured. I don't know to what extent. They have not disclosed the nature of the injury. They also lost recent hat trick scorer Ryan McLeod to an upper body injury. Not sure how long that's going to go. We are getting Uri Kulik back in the lineup, and an interesting spot, at least, is what the lineup on NHL.com is telling us. He is centering the top line, which is interesting. We'll see how that works out, but yeah, it was very much damaging loss on Tuesday. Again, the Sabres now are they lost another homestand. They had 3-game homestand here. They went 1-2 on the homestand. Did not get any extra points for overtime losses or anything like that. So they are now this is the 6th homestand of more than 2 games, and they are 1-4-1 on those homestands, including a couple of those homestands during that 13-game losing streak. Um, it's just not good enough on home ice, and they're now 12 points out of wild card 2, which is currently held by the Columbus Blue Jackets, I believe, at 51 points. Ottawa's at 52 points. So this is a rough go for the Buffalo Sabres. They have 9 games before the break for the Four Nations tournament, and really, I mean, to even entertain not being just an absolute seller at the trade deadline, they would have to go probably 7-2 or 8-1 to get close to back to the 500 level. But I just don't see this team doing it. And again, it's been a few seasons, I think 4 seasons since the Sabres have won more than 3 in a row. So I just don't see this team putting together that kind of run. Um, But yeah, dead last in the Eastern Conference at 39 points. They're 4 points behind the Islanders, and they are only 6 points up on the Chicago Blackhawks for dead last in the NHL. And while I think a lot of people were not very sold on this team at the beginning of the season, I don't think a whole lot of people thought this team would be scraping the bottom of the barrel again. And it would be nice to have a season where you're not focusing on who's the first overall draft pick this year, because we're just once again in that battle. We're in the tank battle um, between ourselves, the Nashville Predators, San Jose Sharks, and Chicago Blackhawks. Um, it would be nice to have a season where we don't have an enhanced percentage of getting the first overall draft pick. But such is life, and such is life being a Sabres fan. So let's talk about the Seattle Kraken. We just played them on January 11th, but they're 2024 and 3, sixth in the Pacific. So they're, from the time that we played them last time, they were seventh in the Pacific. They've leapfrogged over the Anaheim Ducks into sixth. Jaden Schwartz leads the team with 33 points. That's 16 goals, 17 assists on the season, while Joey Decor leads the goaltenders with a 2.44 goals against average, 916 save percentage, and 15 wins. So 15 of their 20 wins are under Joey Decor. The previous meeting, as I mentioned, was on January 11th. Sabres blew a 2-0 lead in the first period. It was 2-0 at the end of the first. 2 goals in the second by the Kraken led to a 4-goal outburst in the third period. Again, another game where UPL didn't look good, and I felt like he kind of gave up on that game. He just didn't. Whether he's being overplayed or what, I don't know. But we'll have changes in goaltending tonight, so we'll preview that in a moment. But yeah, two goal lead. They blew it. Another blown lead in this season. Capo Caco scored twice. Decor saved 33 of 35 shots, including every shot in the final 2 periods. 3 keys to the game tonight. Cash in on chances. 42 shots last game. They only scored twice. And I think if we can trade a couple of just shots on goal for quality chances, I think would be better. Now I'm not one to say just, give up on shots and only commit to quality chances, because we've seen the Sabres just skate with the puck trying to get the perfect play. Uh, I don't know what the deal is here, but anyway, maintain a lead as we saw with the last game with the Kraken. So, the Sabres had a lead against the Penguins, 1-0 lead against the Penguins, and by the end of the second period, it was 3-1, and just no effort from there. And then a 60-minute effort. I'm not ought to make this just a permanent part of a 3 key to the game, because I still haven't seen a 60-minute effort from this team, and it will be nice. I don't know. Anyway, the Kraken forwards tonight or this afternoon: Jaden Schwartz, Matty Beniers, Capo Caco on the first line, Andre Burakovsky, Chandler Stevenson, Oliver Bjorkstrand on the second line, Jared McCann, Shane Wright, Ely Tolvanen on the third line, and John Hayden, Mitchell Stevens, and Brandon Crazy Eyes Tanev on the fourth line. Kraken defensive pairs: Vince Dunn with Adam Larson, Riker Evans with Brandon Montour, Jamie Alexiak, and Joshua Mahura on the third pair. We'll be facing Joey Decor again with Philip Grubauer backing up in Seattle. Kraken injuries and scratches. We've got Ty Cartier on being scratched. Jordan Eberle and Yanni Gord, who missed the previous game, are also out. Sabres lineup. Definitely some changes here. Jason Zucker with Uri Kulik and Tage Thompson on the first line. JJ Peterkin, Dylan Cousins, and Alex Tuck on the second line. Zach Benson, Peyton Krebs, Jack Quinn on the third line. Beck Melenstein, Tyson Kozak, and Sam Lafferty on the fourth line. Sabres defensive pairs: Rasmus Dahlin, Bowen Byram, Matthias Samuelson, Owen Power, Jacob Bryson, and Connor Clifton. Off of the first game, I would not be surprised to see if Brandon Tanev challenges Rasmus Dahlin at some point, or challenges somebody on the Sabres lineup, gets into a fight with somebody in the Sabres lineup after a pretty rough hit in that first matchup that caused a little bit of a kerfuffle in Buffalo. Sabres goalie tonight is Devin Levi. I was thinking that UPL was going to get a 9 off between the two games here. We got a game tomorrow night against the Vancouver Canucks. But with him being injured, Levi was called up with James Reimer being his backup. Depends on how Levi plays. I think that if Levi gets the win today, we see him trotted back out there on tomorrow night. Saber scratches and injuries. Henry Jokiharju's back out of the lineup with Dennis Gilbert, Nicholas Obey-Kubel injured, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen with that undisclosed injury, Ryan McLeod with an upper body injury, and Jordan Greenway remains injured with his middle body injury. The odds per DraftKings: play responsibly. Sabres are getting a goal and a half as an underdog. Over under is 5.5, which first game was 6-2. So play with that information as you will. And then Buffalo is a plus 102 on the money line. On this date, January 20th, 2013, Thomas Vanek records 5 points, 2 goals, 3 assists, and Steve Ott scored in a Sabres debut after getting dealt to the Sabres in the Ryan Miller trade with a 5-2 win over the Philadelphia Flyers. Week ahead, Tuesday at Vancouver. So Tuesday night, that's a 10 o'clock start, so Sabres after dark. Thursday at Calgary, which is a 9 o'clock start. Again, a little bit of a Sabres after dark flavor there. And then Saturday at Edmonton. That is also a matinee at 4 p.m. Eastern. So we'll have shows corresponding accordingly there. Next episode is Tuesday night at 9 p.m. versus the Vancouver Canucks. Hopefully, we'll be talking about a Sabres victory. Talk about some better play. It would be nice if we talked about a 60-minute effort, but I'm not hopeful. So anyway, let's go Buffalo. Let's turn this crap around and let's see how we do. And anyway, thanks for joining us. If you want to become a co-host on the show, reach out to me on my socials or send me an email at this address, davidtvalente@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to discuss how to get involved. Anyway, that's it for the show. Thank you so much for joining us. Give us a like, share, subscribe wherever you're watching us from, and we appreciate it. And we will talk to you all tomorrow.